Rogers does as well.
1, 2, 3. Henry, stop counting.
Hey friends and welcome back to the channel and on to the Tron train. Today we are heading to personal station as I will explain how I got my love for rugby. So grab your tickets everyone, as this will be an amazing ride. Toot toot. So it was somewhere around 2010 I wanna say, and I was watching my brother, who you'll meet in a future video, play for the local club. And I thought to myself, what game is he playing? A year later, I would get my answer, as my parents brought me a game for Christmas for my Xbox. It was called Rugby Challenge, and I played it obsessively as I grew up. It taught me the rules of the game as well as the various competitions. Then 2014 rolled around and it was Tasman against Manawatu in the local team cup competition, who I be aware I didn't know what it was called at the time. So I then go on to meet All Black and Southland, Tasman and Highlanders legend Jimmy Cowan, who was playing for Tasman at the time. And I got on really well with him, so well in fact that a year later I got invited into the changing rooms after their win in that same game. And I went on to meet the players and stuff like that. But I didn't really get into the game until the 2015 World Cup. Of course, I didn't know what the rules were at the time, but as I watched the tournament, I got to learn the rules of that tournament and how it worked. And yeah, it was really, really eye-opening for a young 11-year-old me at the time. So then 2016 rolled around, and that's where I got involved with my local club, the Harlequins. We went on to win 2 titles, the first of which was a final against Montreal. I can't remember the opposition, but 2 of my close friends were in that team. And my goodness, I was just enthralled with it at the time. As I say, the last of the 2 titles was in 2017, which I don't miss the Harlequins days even now as a rugby connoisseur. Then, near the end of that year, I got on to I caught the eye, of Gray Cornelius, who is now Tasman coach. He was first 15 coach at the time, and he asked me if I wanted to be involved with the first 15 at Marlborough Boys. And of course, being enthusiastic as I was at the time, I said yes. 7 years later, I don't regret it. My first year was a bit shaky as we managed to make only one final. Yes, we made the final, and it wasn't that good as the boys went on to lose. My second year, the team were captained by my good friend Ollie Lawson, who played number 8. And to be honest, I do not regret watching them in that year as we barely made a final at that point. Then we go on to 2020 and my goodness, apart from COVID, which is when I started this baby, by the way, next April will mark 5 years. We went on to have a very shortened season, because of the pandemic and all. But when we got back into it, I got to experience one of my greatest moments ever. So it was the last game of that season, and we were playing Waimea, who my auntie taught. Waimea was the school my auntie taught at the time, and going up against her was one of my greatest moments, as we always had family banter. Anyway, I showed up just in time to watch the boys perform the hugger. And unbeknownst to me, my best friend, Monu Molly, grabbed me from the sideline, took me into the huddle, and then all hell broke loose. I got to lead the start of the hugger, and yeah, I don't remember much of it, sorry guys. Yeah, and by this time I was really enthralled in rugby. However, I still wanted to learn more. So, I then learned there was a format called sevens, which is of course 7-a-side. And I got to know that there were legends such as Scott Curry, Ted Legelson, Dylan Collier, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, and I thought to myself, this is cool, why not learn more about it? So, as the years, or as I'm still learning to this day, in fact, how sevens works. Deep down, I don't regret my rugby journey. However, there were some points of where I wanted to go, alright, I'll stop watching this game. And what happens to me now, I'm still watching it to this day. So, yeah, I guess what I learned from my journey, by the way, I already had learned what Super Rugby was by 2016. That's when I went to my first All Blacks game, and it was very, very good for my first one. I still remember it to this day. The All Blacks won 43-13. And then I went to my second All Black game, which was in 2018 up against Argentina. And my goodness, that was really good as well. What made it even more special for me though was held at Trafalgar Park. And to be honest, I could go on all day, but we'll move on. The All Blacks won that day by 46 points to 24, and my goodness, that was not the only drubbing I had experienced firsthand. And by that, guys, I mean there were more fun games to come. Now I won't talk about my next game because I don't want to remember it. So we will move straight past that and go on to the present day. Earlier this year in September, I went to my favourite All Blacks game today, and that was live in Wellington. The All Blacks won 35-13, and oh my God, was I emotional during it. I almost fell out of my seat. However, sorry guys, it was a great experience, and I would definitely go to a Venezuela game again if I had the chance, but I've already ticked it off, so not anytime soon. I met some players in my time, but the player I've always wanted to meet is Kevin Milano. Apart from Jimmy Cowan, I've met pretty much the whole Tasman team, become good mates with the likes of Quinton MacDonald and Tim O'Malley and Alex Nankivell, as well as on the contrary meeting some good old famous players like Luke Romano and some other ones that I don't want to mention. It's through these connections that I've become more and more in love with the game, and to be honest, I don't regret meeting any of them. They've been such good lads. In fact, some of them I still think of to this day. However, I don't want this video to drag on, so thank you guys for coming on the Tron train. If you like my content and haven't done so already, please subscribe so you can follow my journey and like and comment while you're there, as well as share the video as it helps small creators like myself, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a future rugby / other sport video from me. I'm Ryan Webb. Thank you for coming on the journey with me today. We have arrived at our destination, so if you could please pack your belongings up and leave for the platform. Thank you guys for the love and support, and I'll see you in another one in the future or sometime next video. Cheers!